regret having to take these steps, but with your account bereft of funds, or as we say in the banking trade, flat broke, we would appreciate discussing this urgent matter with you at your earliest opportunity. Please remove your helmet and leave all weapons with the security guard, as our manager has only recently returned from hospital and is, in the words of his crisis counsellor, twitchy as a chook in a crocodile cage. Yours faithfully, C. Rothery, relieving accountant.
Someone should blow banks up.
You said it, Grumblepop. Just another example of male monetary fascism.
I can't be broke.
Well, you're living beyond your means, so you're just going to have to give up something.
Like what?
Eating? Give up beer.
Give up beer? How dare you? I fought and died for beer. Your great-uncle Alan tunnelled out of Changi with a safety pin and a paddle pop stick for a can of VB.
Get real. Face the facts. Now that you're retired, you've got to be careful with your money.
Don't you tell me what to do. I'm old enough to be a grandfather.
You are my grandfather. I'll get it.
I'll get it. It's my door. I pay for it. You keep your drug-crazed fingers off it.
Oh, it's probably your ancient mate from next door, good old Barney Rubble.
G'day, Ted.
Yabba dabba doo.
What's she on about?
Well, some intellectual student stuff, I suppose. Well, we've got any leftovers?
No, the garbage men took them this morning.
Why do they always get my leftovers? I want them. What do you want?
Well, just a reminder, Ted, the monthly residents' meeting's on at 3 this Arvo.
I hate residents' meeting. All over here is shut up, Ted, and who brought Bullpitt?
There's tea and scones.
I can't afford them.
They're free.
I'll be there.
Good man.
Now look what's happened here. I am a war hero living off free scones and fighting garbage men for breakfast.
War hero? All you did was peel spuds.
Listen, girlie, I've had quite enough of your devil-may-care war attitude. Just a minute. The Bullpitt brain is suddenly on. Rent.
You want me to pay rent?
Yes.
Me? Your only granddaughter?
Yeah, because I'm your only grandfather and I need to eat. Now, give me your go.
I'm going.
Eh?
Our grant came through for the film about Burke and Will's wives and their epic march back from their husbands' disasters.
That'd be right. Typical uni bludgers, skipping around wasting my tax money.
We're doing it in conjunction with Dykes on Bikes. They recreate the wives' epic journey from Darwin to Adelaide.
You're trying to tell me that Mrs. Burke and Wills were lesos and thundered around the desert on Harleys?
No, it's symbolic of the feminist struggle.
Oh, yeah, symbols. I got a symbol and it's a big hairy thumb. Rent. You're costing me a fortune.
Not if I'm going to Darwin.
Eh?
In fact, here's how I can save you a fortune.
How?
If you take all the money that you save from me not being here and all the interest you'll earn on it...
Yeah?
...and buy a ticket for me to Darwin, you'll save heaps.
Will I?
And if you use your seniors card, you'll save even more. What a deal!
Strike me, Catholic, you did learn something at uni. I'm going to be rich.
That's great, isn't it?
Hang on. How do I pay for it?
Bank card.
Of course, bank card. There is a God. Where are you going and when are you going?
Book it for next Sunday.
Right.
You're a legend, Grumblepop.
Oh. Did you hear that, Kieran? She never even twigged she's being ripped off.
And the next item on the agenda is, let me see. Oh dear. I don't think there's any point in reviewing last week's tragic visit to the crocodile park. Now, business arising. Has anyone any announcements?
I have. For the last 3 nights, there has been a tall, blonde, nude man lurking outside my bedroom window.
Should we call the police?
No, just get his name and phone number. I can't seem to catch him.
Good. Anyway, anybody else got anything to say?
Can the cook give us less roughage in our meals?
What?
It's Jono's request, really.
It is not. I love roughage.
You don't, Jono. You're up and down all night. Flash, flash, flash. It keeps me awake.
Oh, for God's sake, woman.
Good. Anyway.
Not just the water bills, it's the sorbent and buckets of Glen 20.
Muriel.
That's enough, Muriel.
You should hear him. You'd think it was ripping him apart.
God damn it, woman, is nothing private.
You'd hear it in your place, wouldn't you, Ted?
Now, stop this.
Hear him, he rattles me windows.
He's blasting a hole in the ozone layer.
You see, Jono?
Everybody, please.
I am president of the Village Residents Association and I'm not putting up with this. Understand? I'm not...
Listen, I have got a straight, unmarried boyfriend. say it's true. I have at last found a straight, unmarried man who loves me.
You're sure he's not gay?
Positive. He doesn't have one Judy Garland record. Timothy Warburton Jones is gorgeous, a merchant banker, drives an Aston Martin, and is a perfect, sensitive gentleman.
Oh, that's nice.
I feel like my life has changed forever. The sun has dawned on a new golden age of warmth and love, and I want you all as my friends to share in my newfound happiness.
Who gives a rat's? Can we have our scones now? What? What? For Brocky's sake, Jono, say something.
Well, Ted, as the gun number crunchers said to Scacey and Bondi, you're rooted.
Is that it?
Unless, of course, you've got a luxury villa on Mallorca with a pixie at the bottom of the garden.
No.
No, well, you really are rooted.
I can't be. Look, I'll tell you something. Look, you know what I bought last week? I bought a few spuds. I bought some chops, an apple, a couple of litres of turtle wax, a can of tyre black, some chrome cleaner, a drum of Armour All, a pair of fluffy dice, and a battery for the dustbuster. Nothing.
Ted, your car is living better than you are.
Not a car, it's a Kingswood.
Well, at least you won't be paying much tax.
Who pays tax? I'm retired.
You mean you haven't paid tax since you're retired?
No, 5 years and not a sausage.
Ted, you know I described you as rooted.
Yeah?
Double it.
Uh-oh.
What a mess. Oh. You're going to have to sell something.
Oh, I can't do that.
Why not?
Haven't got anything.
Of course you have. You can't get to your stage of life without accumulating things.
A Rolf Harris tea towel signed by Kamal.
Why?
Rolf had to go home. What about my stamp collection?
Now you're talking. How many have you got?
3. Oh. They're all the same, just black and pink. So I gave away stamp collecting and went back to dinky toys.
Well, seems the only thing you've got to sell is your car.
The car.
I mean, it's in good nick, as you really. Mint, in fact. And with all those options, plus chuck in the heated mohair car cover, I reckon you'd get $5,000 easily. You all right, Ted?
I've got to go to the dunny. Oh.
How I got Jono out of the Cairo General Hospital is the subject of tomorrow's talk, when I continue Muriel's rambles through the Holy Land. Thank you.
Muriel, have you seen Darcy?
You missed my talk.
Muriel, Joan, do you have a moment?
We've got years. God willing, that is.
What's up, Samantha?
Nothing. That's just the point. It's such a waste. Last night, Timothy and I were about to take our first elevator ride to heaven.
Oh, that's a nice way of putting it. Jono calls it hitting a 6 through the scoreboard window.
Good. Anyway, I pressed the up button and nothing happened.
You're sure it wasn't the door closed button?
Positive. I pushed every button I could lay my hands on, but nothing.
That's obviously why he's single. He's a dud.
Thank you, Muriel.
A fizzle swizzle.
Thank you, Muriel.
Like a dead Band-Aid in the bathtub. Chuck him away.
Samantha, darling, I've always said men are like grand pianos. Lift up their lids and pluck their strings, and they all play the same notes. Unless, of course, one of their legs fall off, in which case they're useless, so you may as well buy yourself a player piano.
It was just so perfect. He's a Leo. I'm a Libran. He's off the land. I'm off the wall. What am I going to do?
The Sunday papers, that's the answer. What? All those ads for men's clinics, you know, for men who can't get their grand pianos into the lift.
I've seen those ads. I've always always wondered what they can do that I can't do. Is it something pneumatic or electric?
How can I ask poor Timothy to go to a clinic? But then again, these are desperate times, and while he's still single...
I've got one here.
What?
One of the ads. I cut one out. I was waiting for a discreet moment to stick it onto Jono's shaving mirror. You can have it. There's already one on the speedo of the car.
Yes, very subtle, Muriel.
How can I get Timothy to go there?
You must treat his ego very gently. Call into the clinic and buy him a gift voucher.
I've never seen a car ad with a black border before.
I don't want to talk about it.
It reads well, so it should. It's half a page. Did you really have to say tyres had fresh air every week?
Well, they have.
How many calls you had?
None.
Why not?
Forgot to put the number in.
Cheer up, Ted. How about a nice cold beer?
Leave your money on the fridge.
I've got it. The Whoompa factor comes into play.
What?
Well, it's insured, isn't it? Big splash of petrol, strike a match and Whoompa. No eyebrows. I always stand too close, you know. More importantly, Ted, no car, just a lovely big insurance check.
Burn the Kingswood, never!
Just a thought. Hang on. That's not just an in-your-face fashion statement. You've got a tea towel on your head.
I'm sad.
Hang on. Just running through spell check, finding a name. Yes, it is Bruce Swavely, the man who needs your car.
Really?
He's a Kingswood expert, Ted. He wrecks them.
Never! It's a Kingswood, not an organ donor.
Harold Quickly, then. Yes, of course. He loves Kingswood so much, he changed his name so his initials read HQ.
He could be grandmother.
And his grandfather is Minister for Foreign Affairs.
So?
What? He's a statesman. Plus, his old man is head of a yacht club.
You mean?
Yes, he's a Commodore.
He sounds like my sort of guy. Ring him.
Oh, better than that. I'm seeing him tonight. He drinks at the Governor Macquarie Hotel.
The GMH.
You got it.
Wacko the did. The Kingswood's going to hold in heaven.
We found that Lebanon is a beautiful country, and sitting at our outdoor coffee table, I remember saying to our guide, Muhammad, "What's that loud noise?" Muhammad smiled from under the table and said, "That's the Civil War, lady. Run!"
Very interesting, Muriel. Thank you very much.
There's more.
No, there's not. You've lost your audience, darling.
But you're the only one.
Precisely.
Muriel, sensational news.
Oh, quick, Muriel. A new audience approaches. What is it, Samantha?
Last night, Timothy finished his course at the clinic, and he's a new man. Well, same man, really, just reconditioned and tuned up.
You mean the elevator is working?
Working. It's turned into an Apollo rocket.
But tell me, darling, what about you? Has the Eagle landed?
Oh, yes. The Eagle has definitely landed. And taken off again quite a few times. Talk about the right stuff. I'm still on a spacewalk.
And could this spacewalk turn into the big one? The walk down the aisle?
Yes. Mr. and Mrs. Timothy Warburton-Jones.
Oh, I get it. All this space talk, it's really about getting Timothy's grand piano into the lift.
Yes.
What tune did he play?
Fly me to the moon.
Ted, Kimosabe, meet my mate, the famous HQ.
Harold Quigley. Ted, glad to meet you.
Yeah, good day, I suppose.
I showed him the car.
It's not a car, it's a Kingswood.
Very impressive, Ted. I must say, the combination lock on the car cover threw me.
What do you mean?
Threw me across the room. I didn't expect 240 volts running through it.
Well, that's my own invention. It's just an old jug element.
That'd do it.
Okay. He likes, you likes, we likes. Let's do business. Harold, quickly, for a new car, let's see if the price is right.
Shut up, Darcy. Fair enough. OK, Ted, I like it. I want it. Are you negotiable?
I might be, then again I might not be. I'm independently worthy and I don't need your money. So what you offer had better be a good one to sway me.
5.
I'll take it.
5,000 it is.
5,000? I thought you meant... No, I didn't.
That's all right. Here. There's 500 deposit. I'll pick the car up tomorrow.
You got the rego form, Ted?
Not a rego form, it's a birth certificate. I'll give it to you tomorrow.
Righto, Ted. I got to fly. Look, I know it's a sad moment, but at least you know it's going to someone who loves them.
I suppose.
See ya. Keep an eye out for it. Oh, Ted, it'll be on telly this Sunday arvo.
Really?
Yep. At the entertainment centre, no less. I'm driving it in the big event.
Oh, it's a classic Kingswood display.
Sort of. It's the Smash City Demolition Doomsday Final.
Holy grandmother.
10 Kingswoods against a bulldozer. You can run, but you can't hide. Be there. See ya.
Strike me Catholic. The Kingswood's going to the slaughterhouse.
Oh, Muriel, Samantha, do you like my new ring?
Oh, hello, Joan. Lovely. You're here for my talk. It's the exciting finale when Jono gets strip-searched at Bombay Airport.
No. I'm sorry, Muriel, darling, but I'm waiting for the man from St. Vincent de Paul.
You're giving him clothes?
No, I'm just waiting for him. You know me, I give as much as I can get. Samantha, darling, what news have I tuned up Timothy? Still on the job?
I don't want to talk about it.
I can understand that. Now, Muriel, darling.
He's gone!
Pardon?
He's gone! Can't you hear me? Gone! He left me a note on the internet, so now 360 billion web surfers have read. Dear Samantha, thank you for restoring my manhood, but I now must make up for lost time and share it with the world. Farewell. Oh, dear. He's gone to Los Angeles to become a porno movie star. Timothy Warburton Jones has become Big Tim Tremble, starring in Wet Groupies in Las Vegas.
Oh, they're remaking that whole thing.
You've seen it?
Seen it? I was in. Interested in someone who was in it. Oh, look, that's a truck from St. Vincent's.
See if you can find the Kingswood registration papers. They're in here somewhere, in an envelope marked Will.
Look at all this stuff. Oh, look, here's a baby photo of you at the beach.
It's the dog. And Uncle Bob put sunglasses on him.
I didn't know you collected stamps.
I don't. I got bored after 3.
Oh, so that's why you started pasting all these old bus tickets in the stamp album.
Had to fill it up with something, didn't I?
Tickets! Did you book my ticket to Darwin? I've got to go on Sunday.
Well, what's the number?
It's in the brochure.
Right. Oh. You'll never know why they never ever blow Daryl Summers up.
I'll get it. Remember, only one way. I'm coming back on the Harley.
Yeah. Oh, hello. I want to book an airline ticket.
G'day.
Hi, Darcy.
How's Ted coping?
Pretty upset. It was more than a car to him.
Yeah, of course. I thought I'd bring him a wreath, but I didn't pass a cemetery. I followed a funeral around a few bends, but nothing fell off. So, here I am, chock-a-block full of sympathy, but empty-handed.
I want to book an airline ticket to Darwin.
Darwin? Why Darwin?
Yeah, the cheapest I can get. One way, no return.
No return? Darwin?
Hey!
Ted, don't do it!
Have you been sniffing that weed killer again?
Ted, not on me! Comrade, don't do it! Darwin, it's the final exit. Beautiful one day, buried the next.
Yeah, you have been sniffing it, haven't you?
It's only a car. There is life after Kingswood.
Darcy, he's booking it for me.
You? You've got so much to live for. You're too small to die.
Darcy, they changed the euthanasia law. You're not allowed to do it anymore. I'm going to Darwin to do a film about dykes on bikes riding to Adelaide, retracing the famous return journey of Burke and Will's wives.
Burke and Will's are still out there. They've been there since I was in primary school.
They're dead!
Exactamundo. hundo. You see what happens when you go to Darwin? Darwin's the ultimate health hazard.
Is there no peace? Don't they know I'm trying to retire?
Have you got an encyclopedia?
God, it's hard. Can't you see I'm trying to open the door?
Do you?
Yes, on the shelves, the red books. Now, where was I?
You were opening the door.
Oh, right, yeah.
G'day, Ted.
G'day, HQ. The hour has come.
I'm sorry, mate. I know how you feel. Here you go. $4,500. Count them.
4,500. Oh, looks like only 40 or 50.
They're hundreds, Ted.
Oh, that's what they look like. Yeah.
Keys?
The Kingswood? You're not taking the key. You are. You are taking the Kingswood.
Got the rego papers.
Over there.
Make sure you sign the back of the form.
Yeah.
Rumblepop, don't sign!
Hey?
You don't have to sell the Kingswood.
Of course I do. I'm broke.
Well, not anymore. I knew I'd seen these somewhere. Your 3 stamps are 1913 two-pound kangaroos.
So?
Well, according to this, they're worth at least $5,000 each.
Pickle me grandmother. I'm rich.
Hallelujah! Hallelujah!
Shut up, Darcy.